Hi, this is Gino here, and I wanted to share with you an exercise that I do in order to feel light and right. And that is that I frequently fast, but not just from food. I enjoy fasting from food. I think it's very healthy in the long term, and it brings a type of awareness that you wouldn't achieve if you were just in a regular sort of eating habit. But I also fast from different types of objects and places and people within my environment. I just think it's healthy to actually bring awareness to certain types of relationships. And this past week, I have fasted from this thing, my phone. Yes, my phone has been off for the past week. I actually just broke fast about an hour ago. I turned it on. And a couple of discoveries while the phone has been on in terms of like self-discovery, bringing awareness to things. And that is I've been up at Sea Ranch up in Northern California this past week. And there was one moment during the week where a friend of mine and I were traveling from Sea Ranch up to an Indian reservation up in the hills. And he had given me instructions, or directions, I should say, to the reservation. And, sort of like mindlessly listening. I really wasn't listening much at all. And so I thought I would just be able to sort of feel my way to the reservation. Well, that was wrong. I ended up getting lost. And typically you would call the person and say, "Hey, I'm lost, so how do I get back there?" But in this particular situation, instead, I just resorted to actually engaging the community around me the old-fashioned way, the peoplescape, the landscape, and paying attention to what was around me, the possibilities of actually reaching out and getting a sense of direction from the people that were familiar with the area. And so I did that. I pulled up to a little store and I walked in the store and I says, "Hey, I'm trying to get to the Pomo Reservation." And they ended up giving me directions, and then one thing led to another, and I was in a short conversation with the person about the particular store that they ran there. And a part of me just really resonates with this idea of using and being present with the peoplescape and the landscape and not feeling the crutch of just sort of the easy access, but just sort of like an earned access. And I don't know, I really took that opportunity to heart in terms of just sort of slowing down the conception of communication. I wasn't in a hurry, so there was no need to have like instant communication, but thinking of community as discourse and community as communication is a real interesting phenomenon for me. The other thing that always comes to my attention actually when I fast from my phone, especially when I'm out in the wild, and that is this is that I've realized that whenever my phone is always on and people have sort of instant access to the body and instant access to consciousness, that it starts to affect the breathing pattern. Our bodies are designed for deep, long breathing patterns to actually inhale all the way into the belly and then long exhales. These are our natural types of pulsations. The thing is that when our extensions, like the phone, become sort of second natured and locked into our central nervous system, what happens is our breathing eventually doesn't make it far enough south, and it becomes more like a piston bouncing up and down. And these are the breathing patterns of when we are in a fight mode and our adrenaline glands are rushing, when we're in stress mode. And the funny part is that there is no tiger in modern life chasing us anymore, so it's sort of silly to always be in this piston type of breathing pattern. There's a role for these long, long pulsations in terms of this coming and going of the breathing and deeping, reaching deep in your inhales and then long exhales. Your body has evolved to actually be used, or it has evolved to be used to that type of breathing. It hasn't evolved to actually be in this short-term breathing pattern for an extended period of time. And as a result of that long breathing patterns, or those long breathing patterns, my body tends to relax, and a sense of sort of flow and this strong sense of sort of internal peace starts enveloping the body. And it's something that I really enjoy. To me, it means wellness. To me, it means feeling light and right. And to me, it means this contracting body that when it's sort of plugged into the grid and just sort of locked into my central nervous system, it's able to sort of relax. And there's a role for actually just being, for just relaxing. It's what wellness is. So those are two things that come to my mind in terms of my recent fast from my phone. So hopefully you can give it a shot. You don't have to do it for a week, but if you're glued to your phone, just try it for a day. Turn it off and see what happens. And just watch your body. Just watch your body, because your body is a habitual machine, or this habitual phenomena. So it's going to want to go places, and you're going to feel this type of restlessness. But just sort of just dwell in the restlessness a bit and surrender to it, and you will pass a type of threshold that will allow you to enter a much sort of safer existential place, which is I always see, which is a nice place to be. All right, hopefully everybody's feeling light and right. Thank you.